Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. And like I always say, I wash my hand before I start my work, during the job and all that. So I thought to show you guys how I do it in this tutorial. Hand washing is very important and very hygienic. So I'm one of those bakers who rarely wear gloves. But I see a lot of comments on my post, why don't you wear gloves? But I tell them I always wash my hand. Alright. So on this tutorial, I'm going to show you how I decorated this beautiful Barbie cake for 6-year-old Muna for short. So as you always know, I always compose my cakes like this. You can watch it on my channel. If you are just seeing my video for the first time, please kindly go through the channel. You will see how I crumb coat my cake. So I did not want this video to be too long. That is why I started from here. Like you always know, I love the paneling method. It is my go-to method on covering fondant cake. It is absolutely easy and it saves you lot and lot of fondant. Right, this is sorry I didn't show you how I mix the fondant. I think I have a shorts on that on my channel. I just added rose pink to white fondant, and that was what gave me this deep pink color. And today's hug is for Marian Benton. Yeah, I don't know if I got the pronunciation correctly. Thank you so much for watching my video, Marian from Virginia in the USA. I sincerely appreciate you. Thank you so much. I am glad my method of fondant covering it's amazing, and I am also happy that you want to try it out. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you are seeing my video for the first time, please kindly subscribe, comment and share, and also drop a comment. Tell us where you're watching from and we would send you a hug. My name is Blessing, the creative director of Busy Bee Cakes, and I am located in Nigeria, West Africa. And I'm so happy that my video is helping a lot of bakers on this space, because I actually learned baking from this space. I'm a self-taught baker, right? I watched videos and then I started baking. So YouTube really helped me, and that is why I'm giving back to the platform that has given me so much. So you too can watch videos, watch over and over again, practice and practice until you become perfect. You can learn baking on YouTube. Yes, YouTube is one of the best universities, I always tell people, because you can learn literally anything on this space. So if your passion is to become a baker like me, you can, because you have somebody who have done it, learning solely on YouTube. Right, my fondant recipe is on my channel. You can try it out. So as you can see, after covering the cake, right, I cut this tiny bits and then I folded it just like so, just like you can see in the video. Then attaches, you can see that I folded it a bit because I wanted it to have that bow like, or whatever, I don't know what the name is, shape. So I printed this Barbie. I got it on Pinterest and then I printed it. It's about 5 inches by 3 inches. I think either 5 by 4 or 5 by 3. Right, and the reason why I cut it out using the fondant, because I wanted it to stick to it. I didn't want the paper to be on the cake directly. And then after that I sprayed water and then I attached it. It's very easy to cut. That bottle is water. Most of my comments in my previous videos, I'll be seeing what is in that bottle that I usually use. It is water, just water, room temperature water, or any water you want, but it's advisable to use room temperature. Right, don't use cold water so that it will not melt your fondant. Right, so it is water. It makes stuff stick. As you can see, when I was covering the cake initially, I had to sprinkle the water on the crumb coated cake. That was because the crumb coat was already dried. If you cannot spray water, you can steam the cake so that it can help the fondant stick. Right, so here I want to make a bowl. So your bowl determines the size of your fondant determines how big your bowl will be. This is a freehand bowl. They have a mold for it, but I did not want to use the mold. I just wanted to use a freehand um bowl. Right, so cut it like this. See the way I'm folding it. Take note of my hand movements. See, you see. So it's very easy. You fold it like that, and then you bring the two edges together. If your fondant is soft, you just mash the two together that way, or if your fondant is very hard, you can add a little water to glue it together. So this one, it's the covering, I don't know the name, so you have to sprinkle water on it so that it will hold. So after that, just attach the two and then cover it up. There you have it, a beautiful bowl. There are different methods of making a bowl. Right, this is one of my methods. Right, if you know how to do it and you've been doing it before and it comes out beautiful, please go right ahead. There are no rules to these things. You just have to be creative with whatever you have and however you like. Right, just ensure that your client's cakes or your whatever, it is beautiful, neat, and appealing to the eyes. That is what matters. Right, so I just saw the need to attach this mold on the edge of the Barbie. So I used the wrong side. That was why I removed it. So I just saw the need to do it, so to kind of accentuate the cake from that end. And I think it came out well. You can tell me that in the comments on the scale of 1 to 10. Do you like the cake? Do you have questions? Please let me know in the comment section. I always reply to comments. I always do. So if you have questions regards this cake or any other challenge you're having, you can always ask in the comment section. I would respond to that. And if you like the cake, please kindly drop me a comment. Tell me how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how you like the cake. Right, so for this particular mold, I just saw the need to attach that particular mold on the bowl. Right, and then I'll paint it gold with a gold luster dust later, so just to make it beautiful. There are no rules to this thing. You can do it. If you don't have the mold, please leave it the way it is. So I just thought to add it. Right, so this cake has a crown. It has a crown. I made this cake about 1 month ago or so, over 6 weeks I think. It has been lying in my gallery, so today I thought to edit it and then share with you guys. The reason why I did not edit this part of this crown making is because so that you would know even professionals make mistakes. Right, so I needed to use that crown mold. So you see how I did it. I put it on the mold, and then I was trying to use this knife to bring out the excess from it, and then it turned out to be bad. It turned out ugly, and it's as if I injured the other parts of the mold. And I know if I leave it like that, it's going to break off when it has dried. So the reason why I did not edit that part off is because to show you sometimes we also make mistakes. So I had to roll the fondant again, then did it like this. So while removing the part I wanted to remove, this part of the mold, it was easier removing it from the mold instead of removing the mold of the fondant before using my craft knife to remove it. So this one was way easier. So that's why I did not crop that part of that video off, so that you would know. Even the professionals you see, sometimes they make mistakes, and when you are making mistake in your own kitchen or in your own bakery, do not beat yourself. Sometimes these things can happen. Right, so this part turned out better than the previous one, so I had to leave this one. So please, if you make mistake or you're having a challenge, don't give up. don't give up. If there's something you should learn from me in this space, is there is resilience. I can never give up, especially about something I'm passionate about, no matter how difficult it is. I would rather take a break, maybe take a nap or just rest a bit and then come back to it. So I want to encourage you, please, if you're having a challenge or if you're going through something when you're decorating a cake, you're having a challenge, do not just throw in the towel. Please take a nap or rest a bit and then come back to your job. So this mode is one of my favorite modes. I love using it to write names on my cake. So like I said, the name of this celebrant is Muna. I think she's the one we made. There's a cake. I think it's a castle cake I made for her. So I can't remember. We made it for her, and then they were on holidays in school. So when they resumed, she said she needs a cake to take to school again. So her parents ordered this other cake for her, right? Because she says her classmates, they always bring cakes to school, so why is her own different? Why must she celebrate her birthday at home? But it's not the parents' fault that during her birthdays schools are always on holidays, right? So she told me she would love a blue and pink cake, so that was exactly what I made. You see the mode I used? I just used that mode to make the blue that she wanted. Then for this crown, after leaving it, when you've done it, allow it dry. If it's possible, leave it for 24 hours, let it dry, and then you paint it gold. For the gold, I use gold luster dust, edible art, and then I added edible spirit, mixed it together, and I painted the crown with it. If you know me, you know that I love my jobs to be very neat, so I always tape my board. For the board, I'm using hot glue gun and then a ribbon. Then to attach the crown to the cake, I used water. If you have, you can make messy paste or use royal icing, but water also works perfectly. So if you don't have royal icing or messy paste, just leave it like that. Use water. Your crown is going to stay. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I sincerely appreciate every single one of you. There's no way I will be on this space without you guys. When I post videos, you like, comment, you share, I am passionately grateful. Thank you so much. So to shine your cake, make it shiny, note that this time I am not using a steamer. This is because I know there are some bakers that do not have steamers, maybe beginners, they don't have steamer. If you don't have a steamer, you can use vegetable oil. So that is what I used for this particular cake. Your cooking oil in your kitchen. Just use a very neat brush and use it to dust off your cake. It is as good as using a steamer. Right? So, on this space, I do not hide anything. Whatever I do in my kitchen, I bring it out here. So if you don't have a steamer, please don't beat yourself. Vegetable oil and a clean brush can do the exact same work that a steamer would do for you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching my video, and then see you on my next one. Bye.